What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for this gets its own video. This is going to be kind of an in-depth conversation. But to me, this is where EA really struggles with our feedback. So, defensive contain balancing. One of the more popular online strategies in Madden 20 was the contain blitz. Players told us this felt unbalanced because unblocked contain players were very effective pass rushers, but also quick to react to scrambling quarterbacks. So, again, in the theme of balance, we made some changes to contain behavior in Madden 21. I want you to put your developer hat on. I want you to pretend, you know what, don't pretend you work at EA. That can bring a lot of negativity in your life. I want you to pretend that you're developing a game. And someone comes to you and says, I have a problem with how this player reacts. I don't feel like there's any distinction between a pass rush linebacker and a regular linebacker average player that's just out playing contain. Do you feel like you would take that information and say, well, it sounds like the game is unbalanced? Most cases, someone would not use that phrase. They would in turn say, well, it sounds like the ratings don't matter enough. It sounds like we need to try to figure out the root cause of this problem. EA doesn't do that. EA instead finds creative ways to mask the problem. So now, when we talk about what they did, the contained player will be moving at a slow enough speed to read the quarterback with the intent to keep him on the pocket, but not break into a full speed rush unless the quarterback starts to scramble. Translation, if you've ever thrown a halfback screen in this game, and you've noticed that the defensive lineman jogged towards your quarterback, what we went ahead and did is on the contained plays, your outside blitzers, or the contained players, that used to just go contain the quarterback, but then run with their full rating, well, we're just going to make them slowly pace out on a wider arc so that they can't pursue the quarterback as fast. Again, this is not fixing the game. Let's try to discuss a little bit more why things like this happen. Why did players have to run the contain all the time? Well, because you overpowered the quarterbacks running behind the line of scrimmage. They literally could run full speed with zero consequence. The rest of your defense would stand there as if they've never seen a quarterback run before. Or the quarterback would drop back an infinite amount, which now will only be worse because you've slowed those contained players, and still be able to throw the ball to an open receiver. So, a lot of people say to me, well, you never tell EA how you would fix it. You never tell them how to fix the game. You're just telling them what's wrong. As if when a company had an airbag issue, it was the customer's responsibility to tell them how to fix the airbag, instead of just saying, hey, this is broken and we need it fixed. That's what I think of people that approach me with that argument, that you can't tell someone something's broken if you don't know how to fix it yourself. Regardless, here's a simple fix that would be a meaningful change in Madden 21. And I actually confirmed this with Uchi and Waniri. If you don't go to his channel, you should. Former NFL lineman, legitimate former NFL lineman, plays Madden, talks about the game problems. What I would like to see, and honestly what he would like to see, is the resolution of this problem be if you are scrambling with your quarterback and you run back 10, 12 yards, your passing icons are gone. So now you better remember where those receivers were and what those buttons are mapped to. And if they start to freelance their routes, good luck trying to do that. And that would make up for two things. Number one, the quarterback's vision being impeded by dropping back so far. Number two, the play, as far as the art is concerned, is essentially over once you've dropped that far back. So it's not as if you're timing a route anymore. And that would actually create a scenario where you've fixed the problem. Now you've explained to the offense, hey, there's a reason for you not to scramble like this. But instead, what EA continually chooses to do is unbalance its game. And how does it unbalance its game? Well, it takes your defensive players and it makes them run slower, which means their rating doesn't matter anymore. And then it allows them to take a wider arc, which means their awareness doesn't matter anymore, or their pursuit doesn't matter anymore. And it just continues to make the game less and less fun, because as a user, you're not getting the control you expect from a football game. The game is doing it for you, trying to correct issues that it really has no business happening in the first place if players just reacted in a reasonable fashion. I would love to know what you guys think about this. I appreciate you checking this out, and you know I will be back in the week with more commentary.